A legal battle is brewing as Illinois and Chicago take on the Trump administration in court. The state and city are suing to prevent the deployment of the National Guard, a move that has sparked controversy and raised important questions about the role of the military in our society. A threat to democracy? The lawsuit, filed by Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul, argues that the federal government's plan to deploy troops to Illinois is patently unlawful. Raoul asserts that the American people should not live under the threat of military occupation, especially when it's motivated by political differences. These advances in President Trump's war on Chicago and Illinois are not only unlawful but also dangerous, the lawsuit states. It's a bold statement that challenges the very foundation of our democratic principles. But here's where it gets controversial. The Trump administration justifies the deployment as a necessary measure to protect federal property and personnel, particularly in cities like Chicago and Portland, which they portray as lawless and war-torn. A tale of two cities, officials in Chicago and Portland strongly disagree with this characterization. They argue that military intervention is not only unnecessary, but also counterproductive, as it further inflames tensions and erodes trust between communities and law enforcement. The situation is not as dire as the administration makes it out to be, says Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. We have the resources and capabilities to address any issues without federal intervention. The lawsuit seeks a temporary restraining order, citing potential harm to the state's economy, increased unrest, and a growing mistrust of police. A legal battle unfolds. As the legal battle unfolds, the fate of the National Guard deployment hangs in the balance. A federal judge has already blocked the deployment to Portland, but the outcome in Illinois remains uncertain. We will not stand idly by while our cities are treated as battlegrounds, Raoul declares. The rule of law must prevail, and we will fight to ensure that our communities are not subjected to unnecessary and unconstitutional military presence. The lawsuit and the subsequent news conference, scheduled for Monday at 2 p.m., will undoubtedly spark intense debate and discussion. It raises questions about the balance of power between the federal government and states, the role of the military in domestic affairs, and the very nature of our democracy. So what do you think? Is the deployment of the National Guard a necessary measure to maintain order? Or is it a dangerous overreach of power? Join the conversation and share your thoughts in the comments below.